So I just want to quickly show you another option that's in the ends nodes, which I didn't mention in the previous lesson. And what this is, it's something called Unroll With New Points. And let me explain how that works. So I'm going to go back to my curve here, this one. As you notice, looks like nothing's changed, and that's because technically they are the same thing again. Remember, this one would open the curve and then I closed it again. It's pretty much back to its original piece. Now let's move this to the side. This time I'm going to create a new ends node, and I'm going to take a branch off here. All right, and this time I want to select something called Unroll With New Points, this one right here. Great, and look what's happened. Now I've got an open curve, but it's still connected, right? Well, actually it's not. Remember, it will only make a face when the whole thing is all kind of merged together. So let me go into my point numbers. Let me go to my last point, and you can maybe see in there, maybe I can make those numbers a bit larger if that's possible. Let me see, we've got guys, point marker size. Does that give me a bigger number? No, it doesn't. All right. Font size, maybe it's this, large. There we go. All right, so now I can see that I've got this 8, and you can't really see because there's probably also a 0 there as well, which is underneath. And unfortunately, these two, it looks like it's 8, but in fact it's a 6. So I've got a 0 and a 6, and they're on top of each other. So actually, these are two separate points that are right in there. Two separate points in there, but of course you can't tell that because they're right on top of each other. They're the same thing. So this time I'm just going to select one of those points, and it will help if I'm in points mode. So let me just create that, select the point. This time I'm going to move it, and as you can see, these points are not connected, and that's why I now have an open curve. So you've got a few options here. The first one is, remember that we have this open curve right here. Let me get this back. There we go, beauty. All right, so this was the option when we started off, and then we had this open curve, and this, using the open option, removes the whole segment. But I can also use this Unroll With New Points, and that will keep that segment because it creates an additional point here, which, as you can see there, once separated, it just creates an extra point, so it allows you to keep that additional segment. Again, it might depend on what you want to do, but that option is there available for you. If you have any questions or criticisms or comments, of course, leave them below. And you guys have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye, guys.